Quazi here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the inevitable grace period of manifestation and what that really means. Before I begin this video, I want to quickly announce that I'm doing a free giveaway of my book, Life Mastery. If you're interested, just comment Life Mastery down below to get this book for free at the end of the week in the ebook format. It's around $12 on Amazon, but you can get this for completely free if you just comment Life Mastery down below. Also, I'm excited to announce that the free one-to-one consult for the Reality Mastery program is still open with me, so just wait till the end of the video for the announcement on that. So with that, let's get started with this video. Now in this video, I want to talk to you about the inevitable grace period and what this really means. So you might be wondering, what the hell is a grace period and why does this even happen? So essentially what the grace period is when you've made a decision to have something and you want to manifest something into your life, inevitably something starts going wrong. Like something will start not going your way and you'll feel like you're stuck and you're hitting a barrier every single time with your efforts. So, when your decision is made, reality will test you. Remember that always. So this is going to be a phase called the coordination phase, where it is very, very key that you learn how to coordinate your way around this, or else you might just mess everything up. So essentially, reality is manifested through the resoluteness in your decision to have something. If you make the complete choice to have something, no matter what happens, you will find a way to get it. Really, it's as simple as that. It's not about desire, it's not about intention, it is just about resoluteness in your decision to have. You don't need to do anything, you just need to have the decision, the firm decision to have something. That's it. That's all that's needed. Now, why this grace period happens is one of two reasons. First of all, it happens because reality wants to test this new decision and this new identity that you've created for yourself. So every time you want to experience a different reality, you must recreate yourself in a particular way to experience this new reality. If you don't do that, then your reality will not shift at all. The very fact that things are not going your way is proof that you are actually starting to create yourself in a way that is not the same as before. If you're going through some sort of struggle right now, it is because your new identity is trying to break through. So what's happening is there is a conflict between the new character that you're trying to become and your old character. And all of these limiting beliefs and thoughts and feelings that you have and habits that you have are trying to stay alive. Your old self is fighting to stay alive, but your new self is trying to push through and become. You see what I mean? So anytime you want to experience a completely different reality and a shift in your reality, you must shift yourself at the core, at the identity level. And that is why I do the Reality Mastery program, where we help our clients completely shift at the fundamental identity level. So anytime that happens, you inevitably encounter the grace period, where reality sort of tests you and saying that, do you really want this? Are you up to that point in your resoluteness to have this? Are you the version of yourself that you need to be to have this? So reality sort of throws tests at you. And it's not that reality wants to go ahead and test you, but it's just a way of viewing it. Really what's happening is all of your old limiting beliefs and identity is just coming to surface. It's seeing whoever you used to be and who you're becoming every single day. Nothing will ever be its ultimate potential. It's always in a process of becoming and unfolding. A caterpillar evolves into a butterfly evolves into nothingness, or the atoms spread out into the universe and form something else. Essentially, something is always going to be becoming. The real question is, who are you becoming? And is it the person that you need to become in order to achieve your goals effortlessly? So with that in mind, the second thing that's happening is that whenever reality wants to, you want to manifest some goal, right? And you start to visualize, you start to put all the right systems into place, you start doing the techniques, whatever. What happens is you must understand that reality always takes the path of least resistance to help you manifest your goals. It takes the path of least resistance to help you get towards your goals. And what that means is that sometimes if you want to make $1 million, you have to lose 10,000 first, you have to lose 20,000 first, 30,000 first, because it is taking the path of least resistance. and why it takes the path of least resistance is because it wants to expend the least energy possible. Everything in life is lazy. Like, why would you take the highway when you can take the low way? Or why would you take the high energy path when you can take the low energy path to getting to your goals, right? Because everything inherently is lazy. Human beings are inherently lazy. Nature is also lazy. It never wants to expend more energy that it could potentially expend. So with that in mind, if we know that nature always takes the path of least resistance, we know that it doesn't really want to create problems in our reality anyways, because it takes energy for it to create problems. So another thing you must understand is that nature never really creates problems. Even when they take 50,000 away from you, the 10,000 away from you to give you $1 million, you're just perceiving that as a negative event that's moving you away from your goals. You're just creating that label. And as a result of creating that label, you fail in this grace period. You fail in the test and you fail in the coordination phase, because now your thoughts and attitudes change as a result of observing this temporary change in your reality. Really, the key is to cultivate an internal state of being that is completely independent of what you're observing and seeing in your reality right now. So that is how you kind of get through this grace period, but there are more powerful ways of getting through it. And that's why I talk about the principle of coordination in detail. So make sure you click up here to understand how it is you can get through this coordination phase and the correct way to do it. Because if you don't do it the right way, you're going to end up building up a lot of resistance and a lot of importance, and you're putting too much meaning on whatever it is you want. And as a result, you resist it more and more. And as a result, you build what is known as excess potential, and nature generates balanced forces to come balance out this imbalance that you've created by your thought energy. So it is very, very important that in this grace period, you learn how to navigate and coordinate your way around it properly. So up until this point, we've talked about the inevitable grace period and what that means, and 2 reasons why it happens. First of all, it's because reality kind of wants to test you, or your old limiting beliefs come to surface and your old identity comes to surface. Second of all, what's happening is the nature always wants to take the path of least resistance, so it kind of appears to you that you're moving away from your goals. But in reality, you're not moving away from your goals, you're moving towards your goals. It's just nature is going like this instead of like this. Maybe it's going like this. Maybe it's taking 1 step back and 2 steps forward, but who knows? You're too much concerned on the how. And when you concern yourself with the how, you start to foil all of your plans that you initially made. So this is a big problem that you're creating and generating on your own. And now I want to share with you 3 ways to really solve this. And the 3 keys to kind of get through this coordination phase successfully so that you can manifest what you want. But before that, I want to share an example from my personal life whenever I encountered this coordination phase. And I saw that anytime I wanted something, inevitably, this always came. And I always knew that this means I'm moving in the right direction. This literally means I'm moving in the right direction. Because now all of my old identities and my old self and my old limiting beliefs are coming to surface. And, the first time I noticed this was when I was in high school. And I wanted to get good grades in school, but for some reason I wasn't getting the grades that I wanted. And as a result of doing that, I remember just being in the shower and just tearing up, like, come on, no matter how hard I try, I just can't get good grades in my GCSEs, which were the exams at the time. And I was just completely depressed. So I was like, what's going on? I can't get the grades that I want, blah, blah, blah. And then I was just going through so much internal struggle. It was ridiculous. And back then I didn't know about any of this law of attraction stuff. So it was really interesting now that I look back on it. So that I was struggling with all of this, what happened was I just put my head down, got to work, and I just, started to see things for what it is. And the more action I took, the more I studied, the more of this worry just started to dissipate. Action always dissipates all of the worries that you have anyways. So it's interesting how that happened. But then recently this happened to me again. And I'm sure in the middle it happened to me other times. But recently it happened to me again when I had 1 month when I didn't get any clients into my program at all. And I saw that I was putting too much importance on getting clients. And I was just getting really depressed. And I was like, oh no, this isn't working out as it should, and as I wanted it. I'm not getting any clients this month. This was supposed to be my good month. This and that was supposed to happen, and I was just completely sad. I just remember breaking down at one point and just started to cry. I think this was around 2 months ago. And, I just completely lost it. And I saw it for what it was. Really, at that moment, I realized, this is what's happening. This is reality testing me, my old beliefs coming to surface. And I just worked on not resisting it, and I just let it be. I just let it be, and I said, okay, so this is what's happening. Okay, fine. Maybe I won't get any clients this month. And I got into complete acceptance of it. And as soon as I did that, next month, I get the most clients that I could get, and I, hit a personal best in client acquisition, if you will. It was almost crazy. I was telling all of my mentors this happened. When I was struggling that month, I was like, dude, what am I doing wrong? I'm not getting any clients, blah, blah, blah. And then next month, I messaged him like, dude, I just hit my first 10K month. Like, holy crap. I just made 10,000 this month. And then he was like, wow, dude, and you were about to quit. You were telling me how depressed you were last month, and how did that happen? How did all of this happen? And I was like, I just saw it for what it was. It's just that inevitable grace period that happens to everyone in their lives. So with that, I really ask you to look into what's going on in your life. And if you're encountering this struggle every single time, you need to learn how to coordinate around it. If you learn how to coordinate around it, you will inevitably get to your goals. You can use this to propel you to get to your goals. So I'm going to show you 3 keys that help me do that, and I hope these help you as well. So key number 1 is to always identify it and see it for what it is. And I cannot understate the importance of this, because identifying the problem is 50% of the problem solved. Half the problem is in knowing that it actually exists. People don't even know they have problems, and that's why they keep struggling with something over and over and over again. See it for what it is. Understand that you're going through the coordination phase, and this is what's happening, the grace period that's happening in your life. Number 2, learn how to coordinate, and also, more importantly, let this moment be. Stop resisting it, because the more you resist it, the more problems you create for reality. Understand that reality is just taking the path of least resistance to deliver you your goal, right? So coordinate and let the moment be. If you don't know how to coordinate, click up here. I know I've been pointing up here this whole time, but I realize it's up here. Click on the little eye up here, and you'll find out the collection of videos that I've referenced here. So coordinate and let it be, and understand that you're just raising too much importance, putting too much meaning on it. And if you do that, if you keep doing that, you'll move further and further away from your goals, and this grace period will just go to waste. Finally, what you want to do is keep alive the certainty that you've made in your decision to have something at first. For me, I was like, okay, I'm going to take this full time, and I want to make $20,000 a month from this coaching business. I've always wanted that. That was my goal for a very long time, for a year. For I think last year I wrote down, hit 20K a month goal. And, when I was going through that month where I was getting no clients at all, I was just completely disheartened. I was like, oh, what's going on? I'm supposed to move forward more and more and hit my 20K a month goal and hit it consistently. What's going on? I can't find a consistent way to do that. And this month I got no clients, blah, blah, blah. In the past, I've been getting clients every single month. What's going on? And all of these thoughts just came to me, and I've been raising importance and just got into a negative funk. And it didn't help out. So really keep alive that certainty in your decision that you made at first that you want to have something. Because inevitably in this grace period, what's going to happen is if your certainty is not, if you don't have too much resoluteness in your certainty to have something, then it's just going to flail and you're going to give up on your goals. That's exactly what's happened to most people, and that's why reality does test you. So with that, just to recap this video, understand why all of this stuff happens, why the inevitable grace period actually comes. 2 reasons. First of all, your old self and your new self are at constant war with each other, and your limiting beliefs surface. Number 2, reality takes the path of least resistance to deliver you to your goals, whether it be losing $1 million before you make $2 million or whatever it may be. Finally, understand the 3 keys that solve it, which is first of all, identifying the phase whenever you hit it. Number 2, understanding how to coordinate and letting this moment be without resisting it. So if you don't know how to coordinate, click up here. And number 3, keeping alive the resoluteness in your decision to have something. Just remind yourself what it is you want and why it is you want it. It's as simple as that. When you define your what and your why, the how and when just come into place automatically. So with that, I conclude this video, and I sincerely hope this helped. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure you leave me a comment, and also if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified of any new video that I put out. Also, I'm excited to announce that I'm growing a massive Facebook group where I'll be sharing all of this kind of stuff. So make sure you take advantage of that and click on the link in the description below to join. And finally, the Reality Mastery program is fully filled for June, but we're open for July. So if you want to join this program, make sure you click on the link in the description below to schedule your free one-to-one consult with me right now. And I hope I see you there. Till next time, peace.